I accidentally overheard my teenage daughter's friends talking about me. Their words saved my life. Last October, I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. At 42, I thought I was doing everything right: pair annual checkups, healthy diet, regular exercise. The diagnosis blindsided me. I decided to be honest with my 16-year-old daughter Emma about everything. No sugarcoating. She deserved to know what we were facing, but I kept my deepest fears to myself. Pain, the terror that kept me awake at night, scrolling through survival statistics when everyone else was asleep. 6 months into chemo, I was at my lowest point. My hair was gone. I dropped 30 pounds, and the constant nausea made even drinking water a challenge. That Friday, I'd received particularly rough news: the tumor wasn't responding as well as hoped, and my oncologist wanted to try a more aggressive treatment. I didn't tell Emma she had her AP exams coming up, and her friends were sleeping over that weekend to study. I plastered on what I called my mom mask pert, the fake smile and forced energy I'd perfected over months of pretending I wasn't terrified. That Saturday afternoon, I was bringing snacks up to Emma's room when I heard them talking through the partially open door. I paused when I heard my name. "Your mom is literally the strongest person I've ever met," said Zoe, Emma's best friend since 3rd grade. Like, she was making jokes with the nurse while getting chemo. "When we picked you up last week, I would be a complete mess." "I know," Emma replied. "Sometimes I forget she's sick because she's still just mom. Still asking about my homework, still making dad laugh, still remembering everyone's birthdays. My aunt had breast cancer last year." Another voice, Lily Parrott, chimed in. She said the hardest part wasn't the treatment, it was feeling like she had to be brave for everyone else, like she couldn't have bad days because it scared her family. There was silence, and then Emma's voice, smaller than before. "I'm so scared of losing her, but I don't tell her because I don't want her to worry about me on top of everything else." "Your mom's not going anywhere," Zoe said firmly. "She's fighting too hard. Remember when she yelled at that pharmacist who tried to give her the wrong medication? That's not someone who's giving up." They laughed, and Emma said, "She's always been like that. When my science teacher tried to give me a C last year because I missed class for the climate march, Mom showed up with the school policy highlighted and annotated. He changed it to an A that same day." Battle motto book. "Mrs. Pearson is unstoppable," Lily giggled. "Cancer doesn't stand a chance." I stood frozen outside that door, tears streaming down my face, not from sadness, but from a sudden, overwhelming clarity. These girls parent these perceptive, remarkable teenagers. Penn saw something in me I'd lost sight of in my fear. They saw me fighting. They saw strength I didn't know I still had. I quietly set the snacks down and went to my bedroom, where I finally allowed myself to cry. Really cry. Parent for the first time since my diagnosis. Not the quiet tears in the shower or the car, but deep, body-shaking sobs that released months of terror. When I finished, I did something I hadn't done in weeks. I opened my laptop, and instead of searching survival statistics, I searched for survivor stories. I joined an online support group. I emailed my oncologist with questions about the new treatment plan instead of just nodding along in defeated acceptance. That overheard conversation changed everything. I'd been going through the motions of fighting while internally preparing for defeat. Those girls reminded me who I was. The woman who highlighted school policies and argued with pharmacists. The mom who didn't back down. 3 weeks later, I started the new treatment. It was brutal, far worse than anything I'd experienced before, but this time I approached it differently. When Emma asked how I was feeling, I was honest. Today is tough, but I am tougher. I let my daughter see me fight. Really fight, Pern. Not just for her, but for myself. Last month, parent, almost a year after diagnosis, my scans came back with the words we'd been praying for. No evidence of disease. I am not naive. I know the journey isn't over, but I am approaching it with the strength I rediscovered through the accidental eavesdropping of 3 teenage girls studying for AP exams. Yesterday, Emma brought home her college acceptance letter. As we celebrated, Zoe's mom called me to coordinate graduation party plans. At the end of the call, she hesitated, then said, "I've never told you this, but Zoe talks about you all the time. She says she wants to be strong like you when she grows up." I smiled, thinking of that afternoon outside Emma's bedroom door. "Tell Zoe something for me," I replied. "Tell her she already is." Sometimes the most powerful words about ourselves come from unexpected places.